Previously on The Walking Dead.
No, I'm just joking with you. What's good, world? This your boy, the Cosmic Cultivator. Appreciate you for joining me to check out this video in continuation of the Gigawatt. This is an educational video. Contents are for adults 21 years of age or older. We're legal. Nothing is for sale. I'm not providing any sources. I'm only documenting my growth. We're back in the tent now, and we're looking at her. We gave her a little bit of watering. She's looking a little down. And all I'm doing is feeding her with water pH 2, 6.5 to 6.8. Possibly overwatered her, and now she's looking a little down in the dumps, possibly. I don't know. Let me know what you think is going on with her. Again, I'm not no expert at this. I'm just growing and learning along the way and trying to get a little bit better at this, one grow at a time. I only like using photo periods because it gives a little bit more of forgiveness when it comes to actually dealing with watering and having issues with the plant. But for this one, we're not going to do any topping. We're just going to go ahead and just keep watering her, and we're going to be moving her out of the tent soon to the 2x2 in the next room. So we're just doing some light watering because we didn't do that in the beginning and we're trying to get some deficiencies, but now she's looking well. Also a little curling there. Could also be deficiencies due to me testing out a new pH pin. Stay tuned for that video. Yeah, let's just say those pins get expensive and I wanted to try to go a budget route. But yeah, until the next one. So I've decided to move the Gigawatt to its own dedicated tent. So we're in the 2x7 by the 2.7 VIVOSUN tent. And this is what she's looking like now. Coming towards the end of week 2 in veg. Again, all we're going to do is just continuously water her with water pH 2, 6.5 to 6.8. Oh, nice. We got ourselves a package. I wonder what it is. So we had to get ourselves another item for the tent because we wanted to go the budget route and we were still using one of those USB-C fans to help exhaust air out of the tent. So I had to head over to the Cosmic shop to grab something off there just to help exhaust some of the temperature or some of the humidity out of this tent as well. We're back to the tent. We've now moved her to her own tent and she's got her own space to, live life. We're around 76 Fahrenheit and 64% humidity. The only thing we're doing is coming in and watering around the plant's outer edge now. Since she's a little bit bigger, she can withstand better watering. More water intake? I don't know. Yeah, she can withstand more water. Yeah. Thinking about topping it, but I don't want to because I just want to leave it as is to see how this plant will look like without doing any kind of things to it. We can obviously get more coverage in here, so that's what I was thinking. If I top it, then we can get more coverage in the tent. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I know I said that I'm going to leave it alone just to see how it grows. But me, I kind of have ADD. All I did was push this down and it's good to take off. So now we have a plant that's been topped. We're back in the tent now, and we're here just to water her in. We're about 4 days later after topping her, and this is what she's looking like. Nice. She's doing well. You just need a little bit of watering today. And I'm going to do is just water her in slowly. And then let the water slowly be absorbed into the soil. Again, I know we were talking about leaving it as is and testing out genetics of the plant to see how it will grow. But we've now gotten her in her own tent, and I figured why not just try to get as much coverage as we can. By topping it, it gives us 2 locations now where the plant would now spread this direction instead of spreading up in one spot. It's going to spread out 2 different directions now. And we're back 2 days later. And we're back 2 days later just to check out how she's doing. We had a little sticky hands, we had a little idle hands here, and we ended up topping her. And this is what she's looking like now. Of course, we're good right now. We're not showing any signs of sexting. Usually this is the time where I see pistils showing or the sexting starting to reveal itself. So at this point, I think it's pretty awesome that we're not seeing that at this time. I do need to check the medium to see if it's moistened or if it needs to be watered some more. Let me check the bucket itself as well. Yeah, it's feeling okay. Yeah, it looks like it's got enough medium in it, some moisture in the medium to keep it moist for another day. So we'll come back tomorrow and water her in. "75 Fahrenheit with a 63% humidity, but we were at 65% humidity, and our VPD is at 1.09 and slowly decreasing." And we're back just to water her in with dechlorinated tap water to 6.5 to 6.8. Slowly water her around the base now. Since she's bigger, we can just water her all the way in now. Before, in the beginning, we were just watering around the base, making sure we got the medium moist. But now we're back just to test to see how heavy she is without having any water in it. So it gives me quite of an understanding of where I'm at and when I need to water. Again, first we need to water around the base of the plant as we slowly move out towards the edges watering. Because if we water the edge of the plant and the soil is hydrophobic, meaning it will not absorb any moisture or water, due to it being a little bit dry, then the water will just seep right through the pot, and the plant won't be able to uptake the moisture, the water that is in the soil. So that's why I'm still doing the cautious of slowly watering, because I've had times where I've watered it and had issues where the plant did not like it. Just to get the walls of the plant moistened so the roots can reach out towards parts of the plant that is already wet. That makes sense. If the plant's moisture, or if the water is in one spot of the plant, then the roots are going to only reach to that one spot of the plant, dying off when it's trying to reach towards other parts of the soil, because the other parts of the soil are dry back. Again, we have 1 liter of dechlorinated tap water that's been sitting bubbling for 48 hours to 72 hours at this point. So it's been about 3 to 4 days since we've got to the tin. And now she's showing signs of sexting, or signs of maturing, or showing signs of flowering at the moment. And there we go. And there we go. We water her in, and she's doing well. And she's seeing signs, or showing signs of pistils coming out. Last time I mentioned this, many people have said that it's not showing signs that she's flowering now. It's just showing signs that she is sexting, or showing signs that she is a female, not a male plant. Her water dechlorinated 6.5 to 6.8. She's loving life and praying. We are now seeing signs of pistils or sexting happening. And there's our topping that happened where we topped her. We are now in the 2x2. And she's looking well. She's looking good. We ended up topping her. Not because any particular reason. I just feel like doing it. I knew we said that we were going to stick to not doing it. But guess what? Nah.
Appreciate you for checking out the video. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on that bell notification to be notified when new videos are being uploaded. We've got a lot of videos to edit and a lot of content to go through.
Well, unfortunately, we're just gonna water her in. With water dechlorinated too. And its pH to 6.5 to 6.8. Right now, she's looking dry. She's feeling light. She's needing some water. Fortunately, we still got our time lapse that's going. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of footage from capturing her. But it's okay. I need water, more water, because we're at 6.4. Looking at the chart here, 6.4. We need to be at 6.5, so I need to be maybe, where did I put it? Ounce of water, maybe? Cup of water? We got extra water so we can add to it. With a 73 degrees temperature Fahrenheit. And now let's check this one here. Around 64, 63. Yeah, around 64, 63. I like to use this one more accurately because, I don't know, I've been using this for a while. It's giving me more of a better accurate reading. And we're still looking around 6.5 to 6.8. So if the Guardian is giving us around 6.5 to 6.8, we're good because the pen is giving us around 6.5. And this is 6.4. And we're going to cut between that 6.4, 6.6 to a 6.5. Either way. But again, we're going to come through and water her slowly. Ooh. Water her slowly underneath here, making sure we go around slowly and letting the medium uptake the water as needed. Some portion of the soil is going to be moist, but other portions of the soil is going to be hydrophobic, meaning that the soil is going to be repelling water. So that means we need to slowly add the water into the into the plant. Specifically speaking, I'm going to show you using my phone to get closer. It's been about almost a minute now, and look at how we're looking right here. The plant or the soil is slowly absorbing the water, but it's sitting on top of the soil. Let that water absorb into the top layer of the soil before you start adding more water into it. So we're going to go through now and just slowly water her in now that the water has been absorbed at the top of the soil or the medium, depending on how you're addressing it as. And after that, we wait. It's all about the waiting game like this. It's been about 3 to 4 days, and this is what we're looking like. Beautiful. We did top her because I don't know, I felt like it. I looked at it, and I was like, she's looking at the right size for topping. And I thought in the beginning I was not going to do it. And then I was like, I don't know. Why not? I have ADHD. ADD is making me go crazy. And it's like, hey, touch, do it. Do it. You can do it. Just do it. And this is slowly water here in. Making sure we only get around the soil that is around the actual site of the stem and work our way out. We can come through, we can take this off, but I don't feel like taking nothing off. I'm just gonna tuck this behind. I'm gonna tuck this behind. Boom, we're good. I'm not gonna do nothing with her. unless needed. I know we said that before, but guess what? In the future, we might change our mind.
And now that the top of the soil or the medium is now moist, we can come in and start watering in a little bit more until we see more pile of water accumulating on top of the soil, and then it'll slowly intake or absorb into the medium. Once you see that happening, you also have to listen to the sounds that are happening. It makes sort of like a drinking effect. Say for example, you drink some water, too much water in your stomach, now you got a burp, you feel it in your stomach. That's what's happening with the soil. It is absorbing the water, pulling fresh air from the top of the soil down into the medium, out at the bottom of the plant, expelling it out. We'll put that into a little rendition that I did before. But in my opinion, that's how I see it as, that when you add water into the top of this plant, eventually the plant is going to be removing some of the air into the plant and expelling it at the bottom of the soil, creating an effect where the soil thus gets fresh oxygen to the medium, if that makes sense. But that's just my opinion. So we're gonna come through and just water in. A liter and a half of water, starting with the middle section of the plant, and then we worked our way out. She's a little bit bigger, she needs a little bit more water, thus we're feeding her a little bit more. A liter and a half of water, and we will be back in about 3 to 4 days. So hopefully this won't be the last time you see her. I lied. I came through and I added in another half a liter of water. So we're coming in with a liter and a half of water. Boom. Unfortunately, the VIVOSUN fan decided to kick the bucket and it no longer oscillate. But guess what? We're not gonna cry over spilled milk. We're gonna continue to keep growing, because here we don't care. We have to keep going no matter what, because that's how life is. Can't complain over the little things that we can't control. And we're back in the tent again, just to check her out the next day to see how things are. Nice. She's looking good, loving life. The medium is still moist, still has some moisture retention there. As for we're now seeing pistils, sexting of the plant. Nice. And we're back 2 days later, 3 days later to water her again. Again, we're seeing signs of flowering happening. That's fine. We are week 4 in veg.
So we vegged for about 30 days, but we're back in the tent, and this is what she's looking like so far. Wow, beautiful structure. Nice. No point to do any kind of major work to her. We have leaves that are kind of messing up due to these big leaves on the bottom, so I was thinking about moving them to the side or whatever. There's not much that's needed to be had with her at this moment, besides coming in and tucking leaves, watering her when she's needed to be watered. Like right now, she needs to be watered. It's been a while since I watered her. Checking the soil. It's still a little bit moist in the middle, so we can go about one more day without watering her. Yeah, she's still a little wet. We still got a little more moisture retention in there. So I'm just gonna leave her as is. Again, just tucking in leaves, making sure all these sites or potential sites of flowering are exposed and are not being blocked or hindered by any structure above. I know we said that we were gonna leave it and let it grow without topping it, but I felt like topping it just to do it. 'Cause why not? Again, I'm using a lux meter to help with the lighting. We are at 9,000 nope, 10,000 lux. Yeah, what about 8,000 actually? 9,000 lux. Should we go up in par? Or should we go up in the light intensity? I mean, she's looking well. She's looking green and beautiful all in between. And before in the beginning, we had the little yellowing discoloration that was going on with the leaves. That has subsided. That was down below here. As you can tell, she did have a little bit of issues there, but she came back. So, yeah. Awesomeness. We'll be back tomorrow to water her in.
Tomorrow.
And we're back here the next day just to check her out to see how's it going from watering. She's looking beautiful. She's loving life. Not much is to be had right now, and it's just the waiting game, you could say. We're just here to keep pushing leaves back. Oh, I feel some moisture happening right there. Look, moisture pocket. So matter of fact, we're gonna come through and take these off now to help with the lower structure of the leaves. You take off these fan leaves and it'll help promote the growth for underneath the canopy to happen. There we go. Now it's looking good.
And that's all we can do with her right now. Again, she is showing she is now showing some signs of flowering. So we're getting signs of flowering happening now. So you can call this what, day 1 of flower? I don't know. When do you call it flower? Like, when is the typical time of flowering? What, you know what I mean? What do you guys do? And we're just gonna come back and put in some clips. We have the traditional clips here that we usually use, but we're gonna be using the white clip because we can use that one to manipulate the actual direction. Screw it. We're gonna go with I have some white clips that we can use. I'm just gonna give them a quick rinse in the water. Some little H2O, some million-year-old dinosaur pee. Oh. And then after that, we'll dry it off with the regular cloth, making sure we get all the water off. You don't want to leave no moisture on there that will be introduced to the plant, that's what causes the mold, is just the moisture. So we're just doing a little bit of maintenance here, coming through, cleaning up the canopy, adding in some clips, calling it a day. This would be the last update that you guys see when I upload. So if you're liking these series, this video was brought to you, these grow series was brought to you by Grow Peaceful. If you're looking to grab yourself some high quality soil for your grows, or you're just looking to experiment with growing and not having to do too much and think about too much of the process of growing, besides adding just water when she's needed, grab yourself a Grow Peaceful bucket. Head on over to Grow Peaceful and check out use Cosmic to save yourself a sweet discount. But it is duly appreciated. And you're already going to be searching for something, might as well use a creator code to help a creator out. May it be me or someone else, doesn't really matter. As always, this your boy the Cosmic Cultivator. Until the next one. There we go. Boom. And that's what we're looking like. Matter of fact, I'm just going to take those off too. So I took these off too. And she's doing well. Look at this. She's doing really well. Oh, geez. She's doing really well. Look at the colors. Not too green. Not too green. We got a little burnt tip here and there. Trying to get it focused on. We got a little burnt tip here and there, but it's not very noticeable. It's not like one of those things where it's ultra noticeable. But the leaves are huge. They're nice and green. We have complete control over the environment. Again, we are here in the VIVOSUN 2x2 just to test out this grow, see how things are with this. I've never planted this here strain, nor have I even tried out this here Grow Peaceful bucket. I wanted to give it a test for myself.
until the next one, we'll be back next week, we'll be back in the next 2 weeks with another update. Again, what do you want to call this? Day 1 in flower? We're actually seeing the flower sites pop. We are now seeing the flowers happening now. But when do you call it actual flowering? When you see the flowering sites predominantly more? Or do you, after you see the pistils forming, do you call it flowering? But we are in the flower stretch right now. That's for sure.